everyone, JT here of So I Married a Record Collector, featuring an installment of our latest purchases. Right now we're going to do my latest purchases. Recently, about a week or so ago, we went to an estate sale way out in Rapid City, Torch Lake area, and I picked up a small amount of 45s for like a quarter a piece, so I thought I'd show those first. First up, out of Louisiana, we got Joe Stampley and the Uniques on Paula. Top side is Fast Way of Living, while the other side is Not Too Long Ago. They're most known for their song You Ain't Tough, which sounds like Gloria, but Joe Stampley later became a country artist in the 70s. Always fun to find a Sun label record in the wild. This is Carl Perkins, Boppin' the Blues, backed with All Mama's Children from 1956. Looks like it's been well enjoyed, but it's still in good shape. Older vinyl seems to last longer, even if it's been played a lot. There was another Sun 45 there by Johnny Cash, but it looked like it had been run over by a lawnmower. What I like about this song is when Carl Perkins was on some variety show in the 50s, Harriet Nelson, Ricky Nelson's mom, came up to him and said, "Do you have a record called Boppin' the Blues? Because my son and his friends are playing that every day at our house." This is credited to Barry Wilson and the Camelots. The top side is The Bug. The B side is Gonna Put You Down from 1963. And when I went to add it to my collection on 45cat.com, this is not listed. So it's kind of fun to get something that may be obscure and rare on a fairly large independent label that no one else might know about. It's supposed to be, I haven't played it yet. My friend looked it up on YouTube, so I did. It's really decent rockabilly. 25 cents for an obscurity, why not? This one I kind of bought by accident. I had everything in my hand, but for a quarter, what can you do? I have this on CD. Hank Ballard and the Midnighters on King with Finger Poppin' Time. Flip side is I Love You, So. Why not? It's a quarter. Then we popped into our local about a week or so ago. This was a case of, I don't need this, but it was sitting there. It's like, this can't sit here. It's been sitting here since 2016. Crushed between all those other unrelated records. It needs a home with people who appreciate it. An RSD release from 2016, a reissue of the Kinks' 1965 UK EP Quiet Kinks, their first appearance of Well Respected Man, which wasn't a single in England but was in America and became a top 20 hit. Still sealed. It was marked down, I believe. That's an older price, but cool to have. We'll probably, of course, we will play it. And while we were looking through the boxes, crates of 45s at our local, I spied this sitting at the front of a box, way down the bottom, under H, of course. This is the Jimi Hendrix Experience, recorded live at the Miami Pop Festival in '68. The top side is Fire. The B side is Foxy Lady. Always like Fire is my favorite Jimi Hendrix song. I always like to hear high energy live versions of it. And I've always thought that it would have been great for a Stax artist like Otis Redding to cover Fire with the Memphis Horrors pumping out that riff. But this is pretty neat. Still sealed, was never sold. I guess it was a record store day thing at one time. Here's some 45s I got on eBay recently. This is Thomas and Richard Frost on Imperial with The Word Is Love, and the flip side is She's Got Love. The flip side is my preferred one since I've played this. Sounds a lot like late 60s period Bee Gees, while the top side is a fairly decent pop song. Don't know much about these guys. It's kind of too easy to compare them to Boyce and Hart since they're a male duo and they wrote their own songs. I think they have a full-length album on Imperial. Online friend of mine hit me to it, said check it out. And they may have a past in some other Southern California garage bands, I don't know, and continuing in the music business in the 70s. This I discovered through 45cat.com, and it just sounded silly to me. I was looking through Capitol releases through the 60s. This is from about 67. This is credited to Joe Bananas, and it's called Banana Head. Oh, Bananas, What You're Doing to Me. Flip side is Gimme, Gimme, Gimme. Of course, a name like that, he sounds like a mobster or something. It says produced by Kelly Gordon, and according to 45cat.com commenters, Joe Bananas is Kelly Gordon. He was obviously a producer and songwriter of some note. Kind of just a funny, garagey, novelty record. This also from eBay. This is from, I thought this was from 66, but this is more around early 68. And according to a clip on YouTube, they were a New Jersey band, but this seems to be a band that got in with some producers and recorded this song, It Couldn't Happen Here, which is supposed to be like some kind of like comment on the times and the political times of '68. It talks about past historical figures who weren't good for the world, and that couldn't happen here in America. Flip side is called Annie Went Back to Ohio. I actually haven't spun these yet, so I don't quite know what it sounds like. Fontana. There's 2 different picture sleeves for this too, if you're a collector and you want to start looking for this. Also, when we were at our local, I picked this up on a whim, an impulse. The vinyl soundtrack to the Lost documentary, A Summer of Soul, or When the Revolution Could Not Be Televised. All live tracks from the Harlem Cultural Festival in 1969, same week as Woodstock. They said that it was lost. From what I'm reading online, it was kind of just forgotten about. People claim they did see it over the years sometimes. But I opted for the vinyl because I've read the CD booklet. The pictures aren't recreated very well. And this is going to be really fun to listen to. Of course, the big surprise on this, everybody's saying, is the Fifth Dimension. They really, with their backing band, whoever they were, really surprised everyone. It really kicks ass. But it's got a lot of the major players on here that were in the film. You know, Mongo Santa Maria, Sly and the Family Stone, and Nina Simone, who seemed like what she was doing, like she was going to incite a riot, man. She was a tough broad. I mentioned this record in one of our last recent purchases, Weekend Finds, because I had found that Surfing's Greatest Hits on Capitol from '63, and I had 1 or 2 cuts from this album, and I went looking on eBay, and I found one, and it was a little pricey, so I'll put that on my watch list. Maybe I'll get an offer one day. Sure enough, I got an offer at almost 50% off, so I got this, the 1963 Surf comedy album, My Son the Surf Nut, on Capitol. Featuring the music of Jack Marshall, who did the Munsters theme and had other records on Capitol. The humor side, not that funny. Maybe funny to a little 12-year-old surfer once in 1963, but I collect surf records, and this is great artwork by Rick Griffin, who came up with the character Murph the Surf, who was in Surfer magazine, and Rick Griffin later went on to do psychedelic posters in the Bay Area of San Francisco. I think he did the Quicksilver Messenger Service logo. And he was also like the official artist for surf band The Challengers. But great graphics. Maybe that's something we can get into one day later if you collect records or just become fascinated with certain record labels, fonts, and artwork from back then. So that's my latest purchases at the moment. I thank everyone for watching. We're enjoying all the comments we're getting and subscribers. Shout out to the ones we watch on a almost weekly basis. Steve Carlson, a few others, JT's Record Room. So this is JT signing off with recent purchases. Stay tuned for more videos. Like I said, we're really enjoying this, and I hope to hear from a lot of you. Bye.